Hello guys, good afternoon. So, in continuation to our discussion, we will talk about the Gababa awardees. Okay? So, let's start. Unang-una dyan, si Uwang Ahadas, kagaya nga ng sinabi ko, he is a musician. Okay? Si Uwang Ahadas ay Yakan of Lamitan, Basilan, was awarded for his dexterity in playing yakan musical instruments. Okay? Ito yung mga kwintangan, gabang, agong, kwintangan kayo, tungtungan, and among the others na kaya niyang i-play. Kung mapapansin nyo sa kanyang picture, okay, siya ay nakasuot ng shades. Okay, bakit? Kasi malabo na yung kanyang mga mata. Okay. Despite of his blindedness, okay, kaya pa rin niyang mag-play ng mga local instruments. Okay. Kaya siya ginawaran ng Gamaba Award. Okay, in spite of the dimming of his eyesight, okay, sabi ko nga, sa paglabo ng kanyang mga mata, he has devoted his life to teaching of Yakan musical traditions. Yakan musical instruments are not the easiest, sabi nga, hindi daw yung pinakamadali and the most affordable to maintain. At hindi rin siya ganun kamura. Okay, but Uwang Ahadas of Lamitan Basilan made its life work to master them. From an early age, he and his siblings were encouraged to play these instruments. So, mula po ng pagkabata nila, kasama ng kanyang mga kapatid, ay sinasabihan na sila to play these instruments. And he developed a passion for them, training himself. Okay, siya lang mag-isa yung nagtitrain sa kanyang sarili by observing older members of the community. At the age of 20, okay, he broke tradition by reaching excellence in playing the kwintangan, an instrument typically played by a woman. He is only 20 years old. The instrument, made up of logs arranged beneath a tree near a rice field, is used to call for abundant grains and rice growth. So, ginagamit yon para in their celebration, okay? To call for abundant grains para maparami yung ani nila. Okay? He is also dedicated to sharing his knowledge to younger folk. Okay? Kaya nga nang sinabi, hindi ka magiging Gamaba awardee kung hindi mo tinuturo yung art kung saan ka magaling. Okay? He was awarded in year 2000. Okay? Ayan yung mga different instruments na kaya niyang i-play. Okay? Dagabang, daagong, dakwintangan kayo, and so on. Next is Magdalena Gamayo, the textile weaver. Based in Pinili, Ilocos Norte, Ilocano po si Magdalena Gamayo. Took up weaving when he was 16. 16 years old, mas bata na naman. Guided by her aunt's patterns. She received her first loom from her father 3 years later, which she would end up using for 30 years. Okay, a loom is ginagamit, ito, kung nasa gilid, yan, para maghabi ng tela. She taught herself traditional patterns such as kusikus. Kusikus is whirlwind. Okay? Marurok or the Milky Way. Then, sinanpaddak pusa or yung tinatawag natin na dapan or yung inaapakan ng pusa. Then, building on more common inuritan geometric design and sinan sabong. Pag sinan sabong, sinasabi is like a flower. Okay? Uh, okay? So, yon yung mga design ni uh, okay? Next. Yan yung mga design niya. Okay? Then, Gamayo's skill and instincts are none more apparent than they are in her ability to replicate designs she's only seen once. So, kaya niyang kopyahin yung design kahit na nakita lang niya ng isang beses. Her binacle or woven cloth continues to draw praise and awe for its above average thread count and uniform weave. Okay, yung mga ginagawa niya is patuloy na pinupuri sa kagandahan at sa katibayan. Okay? And to keep Ilocos Abel weaving tradition alive, she teaches her practice to her cousins, daughter-in-law, and sister-in-law. She was awarded in the year 2012. Okay? Sabi nga, hindi ka ma-awardan kung hindi mo tinuturo yung art mo. So siya, tinuturuan niya yung kanyang mga sister-in-law, daughter-in-law, at kanyang mga pinsan. Okay, next tayo, Eduardo Mutok, metalsmith and artist. So, si Mutok is a Kapangpangan from Central Luzon, is recognized for reviving the Spanish colonial era craft of plateria. Pag sinabing plateria, the use of metal. Okay, this self-taught master craftsman found his calling in producing religious. Okay, yung mga art niya is religious and secular art in silver, bronze, and in wood. Pwede sa metal, pwede rin sa kahoy. So, ito yung mga example na kanyang mga ginawa. In doing so, in his pursuit for perfection for himself and his apprentices, he assures the continuity of his rich tradition. Having finished up to elementary school, Eduardo Mutok, a farmer and the time, became an apprentice to furniture carvers to earn additional income. So hanggang elementary lang yung natapos ni Mutok. Then, he became a farmer. So, para madagdagan yung kanyang kita, pumasok siya as an apprentice in a furniture uh, manufacturer. Okay? Doon siya natuto. He had no prior knowledge, wala siyang kaalam-alam during that time on that art he was getting into, but this did not stop him from expanding his experience and becoming one of the most respected creators of religious and secular art today. Kung hindi ka pa magaling ngayon, no worries, kasi pwede namang i-practice. Okay? Pwede ka pang gumaling sa art na napili mo. Kagaya ni Eduardo Noto. He uses wood, sabi ko nga, kahoy, silver, and bronze to create exquisitely detailed and lifelike pieces of varying sizes. Okay. Ang mga ginagawa niya is altars, mirrors, retablos, and even carrozas. Okay. Mutok is based in Apalit, Pampanga, and he was awarded in 2004. Siguro sa inyo, pinanganak pa lang noong 2004. And yung iba is hindi pa pinapanganak. Baka ginagawa pa lang during that time. Okay? Next is Lang Dulay. He is famous for his tinalak. Okay? I should say, she is a tinalak weaver. Okay? A Tibuli of Lake Cebu, South Cotabato was awarded for weaving the abaka, ikat cloth called tinalak. Okay? It is made from abaka. Alam naman natin pag abaka is one of the strongest, okay, pinakamatibay sa lahat ng hipla. Okay? And she has produced creation which remain faithful to Tibuli tradition as manifested in the complexity of her design, fineness of workmanship, and quality of finish. Okay, yan yung mga sample ng kanyang mga ginagawa. Tingnan nyo naman, sa hirap ng paghahabi ng tela. Okay, sa dami ng design na yan. Alam pa ba natin yung pattern na ginagawa natin? So sila is kayang-kaya nilang gumawa ng ganyang mga tela. In Lang Dulay's family, the weaving of the tinalak, a fine abaka cloth, took place before or after farm work, okay, when the weather was cool and the conditions were better for the product. Dulay, who grew up in Lake Cebu, South Cotabato, was taught to weave by her mother when she was 12. Pabata ng pabata, 12 years old. As demand grew for new designs, she persisted and kept working with traditional patterns, even though they were harder to complete. She knew around 100, including Buling Langit. Buling Langit is clouds, Kabangi, or the butterfly, crocodiles, and also flowers. She valued purity so much so that she never washed her tinalak with soap. She was awarded in 1998 and died in 2015. Okay? Next, tayo. Samawan Sulaiman is also a musician kagaya ni Uwang Ahadas kanina. Ang Magindanawan of Mama Sapano. Maalala nyo pa ba yung Mama Sapano na yan in Maguindanao? Naging famous siya noon because of its yung nangyaring enkwentro sa Mama Sapano. He was awarded for his outstanding artistry and dedication to his chosen instrument, the Magindanawan Kutiapi. Yan yung itsura ni Samawan Sulaiman. Okay. Yan naman yung instrument niya, yung Kutiapi. Yan. Okay. Paano kaya i-play yung musical instrument na yan? Siguro mahirap. Okay, Kutyapi is a two-string plucked lute, regarded as one of the most technically demanding and difficult to master among Filipino traditional. Okay, sabi ko nga, siguro mahirap. Yan na nga, sabi, it is one of the difficult to master. Okay, two-string lang siya, pero mahirap siyang i-master. Musician Sumaon Sulaiman was a master of the Kutyapi, a two-string lute that requires highly technical skill to play. Okay? Damaganoy Maguindanao native learned from his uncle Pinagunay at the age of 13, developing and learning different forms and styles of playing the instrument. So, tinuruan siya ng kanyang uncle at the age of 13. Okay, the sound is melodic and rhythmic. Its effect meditative and captivating. He was also proficient in playing instruments such as kulintang, the agong, a suspended gong with a wide rim, the gandingan, a gong with a narrow rim, and a tambol. Yan yung mga ibang instrument na kaya niyang i-play. And Sulaiman's fascination for his craft led to him to become an influential teacher. Okay, nagtuturo siya ng different instrument. He was awarded in 1993 and died in 2011. In 1993, tagal-tagal na. Next is Haja Amina Api, okay, Pandanmat Weaver. Okay, lives in Ungos, Matata, Tandubas, Tawi-Tawi. She is recognized as the master mat weaver among the Sama indigenous community of Ungos, Matata. Anong ginagawa niya? Pandan mat. Gawa sa pandan. Okay. Okay. Titignan nyo, para siyang banig ginagawa niya. Her colorful mats with their complex geometric patterns exhibit her precise sense of design, proportion, and symmetry, and sensitivity to color. Weaving pandan mats is a long and difficult process that is handed down from woman to woman across generation. So, mahirap ang paghahabi niyan kasi isa-isahin mo din. Okay? Isa-isahin mo yung paglalagay ng pandan para makabuo ka ng design. Pandan leaves are harvested and made into narrow, long strips, sun-dried, pressed, and dyed before finally becoming suitable for weaving. The resulting mats are used for sleeping and saying prayers or given as gifts to newly weds. Kagaya nga, ang sinabi ko kanina, isa yung banig. Pagtulugan, sino sa inyo yung mga natutulog pa sa banig? Okay, presko ang paggamit ng banig. Okay. Haja Amina Api of Ongos Matata Tandubas Tawi-Tawi created intricate mats that boast beautiful geometric design, vibrant colors, and fine symmetry. She was awarded National Living Treasure in 2004. She experimented with her work and developed her own tints to create the hues she had in mind. But Api died in 2013, but her art lives in through her children and other young women in her community. Since tinuturuan niya kasi yung mga nasa kanyang community. Next, Federico Caballero, chanter and educator. Okay, isa siyang chanter. A Panay Bukidnon of Kalinog, Iloilo, was awarded for his mastery of chanting the Sugidanon, the epic tradition of Central Panay. Okay? Yan, Sugidanon, 10 epics of Panay. Yan yung mga kanyang ginawa. He is good in literature. Naman. He ceaselessly worked for the documentation of the epics of his people, painstakingly piecing together the elements of his oral tradition nearly lost. He was best known for his expertise in the Sugidanon, a central Panay epic traditionally chanted while lying on a hammock, and his work in the preservation of oral literature. Oral, ibig sabihin, through a voice. Documenting 10 Panay Bukidnon epics in an extinct language with close ties to Kinaray. His love of folklore began when he was young, hearing tales. Okay? Siguro sa inyo mayroon din mga kinukwentuhan ng pagkabata of grand adventures as bedtime stories. Yan. Bago matulog, sino yung mga kinukwentuhan pa hanggang ngayon. And his mother taught him to recite epics in lieu of doing household chores. In his spare time, he also works with the Department of Education's Bureau of Non-Formal Education, teaching elders to read and write, and he was awarded in 2000. So, pares kami, okay? Under ng Department of Education. Pero siya is under siya ng Bureau of Non-Formal Education. Okay? Ito yung mga balik-aral. Yan. Yung mga ALS, Alternative Learning. Okay. And he was awarded in the year 2000. Next, Ginaw Bilog, a known poet. Sino bang kamukha ni Ginaw Bilog? Meron ba sa inyo? Baka meron. Tingnan nyo na lang. Hanuno Mangyan of Mansalay, Oriental Mindoro, awarded for faithfully preserving the Hanuno Mangyan script and Ambahan poetry. He has promoted the local script and poetry so that the art will not be lost but preserved. Okay, yan yung kanyang ginawa. Okay? Nagsusulat siya ng poet sa isang kawayan. Okay? Inuukit niya doon yung kwento. The Mangyan script is one of the 4 remaining syllabic script in the country, and Ginaw Bilog's work has been crucial to its preservation. Based in Mansalay, Oriental Mindoro, the poet was known for writing Ambahan, a metaphoric poem comprising 7-syllable lines, first in a notebook, then on a traditional use bamboo tubes. Okay, susulat muna niya sa isang notebook, then itatransfer niya sa bamboo, okay, kawayan. Iuukit niya sa kawayan yung nasulat niyang poem, yung poem. Okay. The poems often recited with music. Okay. Hinahaluan ng music at social gatherings and used to convey message among the Hanuno Mangyan. Had topics like advising the young, bidding a friend goodbye, and asking for a place to stay. Aray, ang sakit naman. Bidding goodbye. Nagpapaalam. Bilog, who was awarded in 1993, died in the year 2003. Next, Salinta Monon, a textile weaver. Again, okay, textile weaver na naman, paggawa ng tela. Gamaba awardee of Tagabawa Bagobo of Bansalan, Davao del Sur. She was awarded for fully demonstrating the creative and expressive aspects of Bagobo, a bakaikat weaving called inabal, at a time when such art is threatened with extinction. Okay? Nung mga time na halos pawala na yung inabal, okay, siya yung bumuhay sa paggawa ng mga yan. Okay? Yan yung mga example ng kanyang paggawa. Salinta Monon was 12, okay, bata, when she began learning to weave the inabal, a traditional Bagobo textile. In her home in Bansalan, Davao del Sur, Monon would isolate herself from family to be able to concentrate on creating her clothes and skirts, which took 3 to 4 months to finish. Wow, ang tagal. 4 months. Bago ka makagawa ng sarili mong damit. Okay. Sana ganun pa rin ngayon, no? Gagawa ka ng sarili mong damit. So, it will take 4 months. 4 months pa bago ka magkaroon ng bagong damit. Her favorite patterns, despite of or because of its difficulty, was the binuwaya or the crocodile, and she continued weaving until her death in 2009. For her, not only was it source of income, it was source of pride as well. She and her younger sister were the only Bagobo weavers left in their community, and she dreamt of having a structure built for teaching new would-be weavers. She was awarded in 1998. Next, Darhata Sawabi, also a textile weaver. Okay? Okay, sinong kamukha? Agamaba Awardee of Barangay Parang, Holo Island, Sulu Province, has preserved the art of siabit weaving. It is difficult art of tapestry weaving that creates the traditional squares used by the Tausug for ornamentation. Okay? Again, yan yung mga kanyang ginagawa. Despite the conflict in Holo, alam naman natin na maraming ano dyan sa Holo-Sulu. Sawabi's dedication to her art enhanced the preservation of traditional Tausug designs. Kahit na may mga gera, okay, nakakagawa pa rin siya ng kanyang art. Darhata Sawabi's mission was to lead young women towards making a living out of her craft. Ngayon yung gusto niyang mangyari. Turuan yung mga kabataan na matuto at kumita sa kanyang art. The Parang Sulu-based textile weaver's primary creation was the headpiece. Pisyabit. Piece stands for the pattern, which is said to be derived from Indians' mandala, depicting spirituality through geometric forms, and siyabit refers to the hook and technique. Okay? Pisyabit. Pag sinabing piece, yan, piece, it stands for the pattern. Okay? Pag sinabi namang shabit, ayan, it refers to hook and technique. Yan, hook, shabit, nakasyabit, gano'n. Kaya siya hook. She gained recognition for the precision of her work and her passion for preserving traditional design, as well as teaching the youth, and was awarded in 2004. She died in 2005, a year after her award. Okay? Grabe. Isang taon lang. Okay? Namatay na siya. Next, Teofilo Garcia, a gourd heart maker. Okay, na-discuss ko na dati ito. Gumagawa siya ng sombrero. Okay, Gamaba Awardee of San Quintin Abra, who have discovered and popularized the durable tabungaw. Lahat tayo nag-uulam ng tabungaw. Okay. So, yung tabungaw na yun, ginawa niyang sombrero out of enlarged upo or gourd. Okay, he hollowed out the upo tabungaw, varnish and polish it to make it more durable and unique yellow sheen. Yan. Okay? Pag sinot mo yan, pagkakamalan kang buhay na tabungaw. Joke lang. Okay? In San Quintin Abrat, Teofilo Garcia would often walk around town wearing his gourd casques. Okay? Through word of mouth and his participation in annual local harvest festival, Garcia was able to introduce the tabungaw plant as a good and sturdy material for functional, elegant, and protective hats. Kung titignan nyo kasi, kung may mga tanim kayong tabungaw, ay once na nag-matured yan, okay, titigas yung balat. Okay? Kaya siya sinabing matibay. He produces everything he needs, planting and harvesting. Okay? Lahat ng kailangan niya, siya yung nagtatanim. Okay? The gourds, splitting and refining rattan for the lining, and weaving nito and bamboo for the accents himself. And usually takes 7 days to finish a hat. Okay? Isang linggo para lang sa isang sombrero yung kanyang ginugugol. Okay? Awarded in 2012, he continues to experiment and work on new designs. Next, Alonzo Saclag, a traditional dancer and musician. A Kalinga of Lubuagan, Kalinga, was awarded for his mastery of Kalinga dance and the performing arts. Good. Kamukha. Mayroon akong namumukha. Kakamukha niya. Sana kayo din. Okay? Yan, yung kanyang mga sayaw and music. He was also recognized for his persistence to create, nurture, and greater consciousness and appreciation of Kalinga culture among the Kalinga themselves and beyond their border. It was through observation, time, and experience rather than education or training or any kind that Alonso Saklag of Labuagan, Kalinga mastered local music instruments along with dance pattern and associated with rituals. So, hindi siya tinuruan, but through observation lang. Okay, and practice, of course. Some of these are rarely performed but done so with special purposes. Okay, hindi siya palaging pine-perform. Rarely, sabi nga. Madalang lang. But pag pine-perform yan, it has a special purpose. O whether it's preparing for a retaliation, a victorious vindication for the community, or for being successful peace pacts. Saklak understands the importance of his practice and is strong advocate of passing of his knowledge and continuing the use of traditional dress and adornments. Okay. His efforts have included formal education, reaching radio stations, and the formation of the Kalinga Budong Dance Troupe. And he was awarded in the year 2000. Gumawa siya ng sarili niya or nagbuo siya ng sarili niyang group which is called the Kalinga Budong Dance Troupe. Okay? At siya yung nagtuturo sa kanila. Next, Masino Intaray, a chanter and musician. Palawan of Brooks Point, Palawan. He was awarded for his exemplary skills in basal or gong music ensemble. He was also recognized for his versatility as musician, poet, epic chanter, and storyteller of the Kulilain Bagit traditions of the Palawan. Yan naman ang kanyang mga piniplay na instrument. Okay, he is a member of the Palawan tribe. Musician and epic chanter of Masino Intaray, was a master of the basal, a gong music ensemble played during the rice cooking. Okay. Gong, ang kanyang mga ginagamit. Okay, and sharing tinapay, rituals, which gather the community as they serve offerings to Palawan rice god, ampot. Okay, Palawan rice god, I should say. The ampot paray. Intaray also performed the Kulilal, a lyrical poem expressing love accompanied by two string lute and bamboo zither, and the bagit, an instrumental piece about nature. His memory and determination guided him in chanting through many successive nights, reciting epic stories, myths and of origin, and the teaching of ancestors. Intaray, who was awarded in 1993, died in 2013. Okay, so lahat ng yon ay mga Gamaba awardees. Titignan natin, na-awardan sila from the year 1993 up to year 2012. Okay? And most of them already died. Okay? Pero yung mga ginawa nilang art, okay, mga kung saan sila nakilalang art is still ginagawa pa rin ngayon because hindi nawala yung art na yon. Bagkus tinuro nila sa mga younger generation para hindi mawala. Okay, so on our next discussion, meron pa tayong mga artists na pag-uusapan. Specifically on their different crafts, okay, like dance, literature, music. Sa lahat ng yan is itatakal natin. They are the Filipino artists. Okay? Papakita din natin kung saan sila magaling, ano yung mga art kung saan sila sumikat. Okay? So, that's it for today. Kindly watch this video para maintindihan natin yung mga Gamaba awardees. And also, para magkaroon tayo ng knowledge about them. Okay? So, again, thank you for listening and See you again on our next video and also on our face-to-face discussion.